The best solution to everything when it comes to overthinking, lack of motivation, like you're struggling for bad habit or whatsoever, the best thing is always action. And let me explain. Like today, I was feeling like extremely shitty. Due to some bad habits like social media. You can even say like things, but I feel so shitty after that. Like everything tumbles down. Like I've been like so addicted to the instant gratification or instant pleasures from those exciting things. One of them social media. And when it comes to doing the hard things like working on my business, finding a new job, wanting to reply to some girl that I'm currently texting, I don't really have the motivation to do it. And that's one problem. Other problems are like overthinking, when I'm like very fearful to do something for the first time. Like talking to that cute girl I see on the street, or wanting to reach out to a potential prospect who I could potentially help. I haven't done that before, and it's like very scary and it's very overwhelming. That's another problem, like problem number 2. And there's many ways that usually people find to go about solving it. Some of them is like thinking about it, planning about it, strategizing about it, looking for mentors, googling up how to do XYZ. And tell you what, like all of those are not really bad solutions. Yeah, like somehow stepping stones towards fixing the problem that you have, or like accomplishing the things that you want. Like per se, stopping that bad habit of always checking social media, or like finding a way how to be less nervous or not be so doubtful to doing the things that you want. The problem here is all of those things won't really change your circumstance. Like you still feel the same way, and sometimes it's a form of procrastinating. It's not the most direct solution towards solving the problem. Let's say getting over fear, for example. Like you can think about getting rid of the fear all day, or you can read articles about how looking at social media is a bad thing. It's a bad thing. The best thing is always action. The direct solution towards every problem you have is always action. If you're struggling, constantly doing social media, make it a habit to stop it. Like, although yes, you wasted half of your day binge watching Netflix, YouTube, and you just can't stop you can't put down your phone. What do? Like, it's already half a day and you felt you already wasted half your day. Instead of like sulking, feeling bad about yourself and just saying like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like give myself permission to do that bad thing, bad habit, like for the entire day. Start fresh in the middle of the day. Like start doing one small action that's positive right now. Like today, I felt shitty and I was still looking at social media. I know it's a bad thing. What did I do? I feel shitty. I go to the gym. Even though I don't feel like it, I go to the gym. Like one small action towards a productive outcome, going to the gym. Another small action while I'm in the gym is to not look at my social media at all. I mean, I did get distracted and look at my social media, but just stop it. Like don't look at it. That's another positive action. One small positive direction towards the outcome that you want. Then during my gym session, like I was quite weak because I haven't really eaten much. So what did I do? Instead of like feeling bad, I can't hit my rep today, I can't hit the target, the target bench press set that I want to hit. Instead of focusing on like how bad I am at that set today, what did I do? Like focus on the other exercise which I'm progressing, which is like overhead press, which is like you press something above your head. Like instead of like not making progress in the bench press, make progress in your overhead press. Focus on one small action towards the outcome that you want. Then like because I know I'm lacking food and I obviously need to gain weight, what did I do? Like after my gym session, I bought myself an extra drink. Extra drink means extra calories, means extra gains. So that's another small positive direction down the road. And now, because I'm on a positive momentum, just from today, I'm making this video right now to add value to people and which could potentially help my business like sometime in the future. That's another positive action. So throughout today, it started off very negatively. I was like staying in bed, looking at my phone, wasting my time, blah blah blah. But after half my day, it's now starting to get productive. And you want to keep the momentum going. So that's one example of how instead of I could just like sulk the whole day and consider today as a bad day and just fuck it up. But instead I took action, one small step towards a positive direction today. And that's proof on why action is always the best solution. And to even go one step further, one small insignificant action in the direction of where you want to go despite your situation, like no matter how bad things are right now, what is one small action that you can do today? It may be like looking for a new job application on Indeed, or writing one small sentence on your resume, or it may be throwing out your junk food from your fridge. It can be any of that. When it comes to feeling overthinking, nervousness and stuff like that, what is one small thing that you can do? Like I had been practicing pickup, like talking to girls and stuff like that. Like, don't judge me for it. It's something which I really want to do, and I had gotten my fair share of success with it. I used to be someone who always like look up on like the best pickup lines, planning on like what should I think, how should I like carry myself, how should I act before I talk to a girl. But the problem here is when the actual situation happens for me to talk to that person, I just fuck everything out of the window because I'm like so nervous. So all my plans go out of the window. It's like what Mike Tyson say, like everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. And that's what exactly happened to me. I'm just gonna position my camera here, I think. Okay. So yeah, that's why planning isn't always the best thing. Because you might not have all the information that you have right now, you don't have the best solution right now. The best solution is always the smallest thing that you can do in a positive direction. I see most mistakes that people make, including myself, is we overwhelm yourself with so much information, so much, input on what you have to do to achieve this, to achieve that, and whatsoever. That, when it actually comes to like doing the thing, you get overwhelmed and end up not doing it. So instead of like complicating things and like planning, strategizing and so on, just take action immediately. Like take action, like this is my philosophy, like till now this is my philosophy. I'm gonna like beat it to death until it doesn't work. Before you ever do any sort of planning, any form of strategizing whatsoever, take one small action towards the thing that you want to plan. Like let's say if you want to start a business, instead of like planning, researching and stuff like that, just reach out to a prospect, like one prospect. Just reach out to him with whatever inside your brain. Just reach out to it, reach out to that prospect, and then plan after that. And during the start of the day, you don't want to like do any planning. You just want to take action, because once you take action, you will have the peace of mind to plan properly, because you're no longer that emotional. Once you take action, you're in that positive like momentum, and it becomes even much more easier to plan because you're like very clear-headed. Sorry, I saw someone like whistling to a dog or something. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I think you guys like get the gist. Action is always the best solution to everything. Like actionize everything. If you're not achieving your goals, your action ain't right. Like you are not doing something correctly, or either you're not doing enough consistent action, or it's not always like taking so much action. It's more so like taking action consistently, even if it's a small thing, like taking small consistent action on a day-to-day basis without ever stopping. Like that's the whole theme, like consistency. You always want to actionize every single thing that you do. Like stop this video for all I care. Like if you have to do something, instead of completing this video, you guys already get what you need to do whatever you want. You just need to take action on it right now. And there's one more like quote I got from like Tony Robbins before. It's really helped me. Like, you don't need to have all the information in order to succeed. You don't need to like read the entire book to get something out of it. You don't need to, learn the entire steps of, how to build your business. You only need to know the information, the one information that you need right now to make progress, and then you act on it. Like, let's say if you already got the information you need on minute 1, go out and do it. Like, do what makes sense to you. It's cultivating the belief that you can succeed even without limited information, and then you figure out along the way. It's cultivating that self-belief that you can succeed despite the doubts, the lack of information, and so on. People are stuck in paralysis analysis. Like, don't be that person. I was that person, and it sucks totally. So in a nutshell, like, actionize everything you do. Like, even if you have a shitty day, what is that one action right now that would reverse the situation? It comes with self-awareness. And let's say if you're like overwhelmed, nervous, or whatsoever, what is one small thing I can do right now to prove to myself that I'm not nervous, I'm not doubtful, and just take fucking action. Like, even if it's the smallest thing possible, just freaking do it. No matter how imperfect an action is, an imperfect action is always better than no action whatsoever. Keep that in mind. Peace. Thanks for watching the video.